Greetings, everyone. It's your girl AP, owner of You Thrive Coaching and founder of the You Thrive movement, because y'all know it's a movement. So let's talk about it, okay? Let's get right into it. So, shadow work. Everybody's talking about it, it's trending. I love that in the sense that because it is so popular, because it is trending, people who would have never um, thought about it or even come across it are now at least doing the research, trying to figure out what that is, what's going on with it. The problem with that is that we live in such a time where getting things fast is the motive. The faster we can get it done, the better. And shadow work don't work like that, boo. Okay. You can't just sit down and say, the darker side of myself is that I like to drink and I like to go out to bars and I like to have sex and okay, I've acknowledged that and that's it. No. Anybody who's really out there really doing shadow work knows, okay, so you like to go out to bars, you like to have sex, you like to get drunk. Okay, so then you gotta follow the yellow brick road. You got to dig and figure out why do you have this behavior? Where did it come from? Right? And then once you find the root of it, then it's about how many other things, right? So let's say that you love to drink, you go out and have sex, and you go out to these nightclubs to drink and to find people to have sex with. Okay, that's your thing, that's your dark shadowy side, right? So when you start tracing it back, you come to the conclusion, okay, let's say it's a woman. So she comes to the conclusion that daddy wasn't there. So she's looking for love in all the wrong places. You know what I'm saying? So boom, bam, bam, shadow work done. No, it don't work like that. Okay. So now you got to the root of that. Daddy wasn't there. So that's why I was doing that. So now, how many instances in your life have caused deep trauma, right? Because you were looking for daddy or you were looking for the love that daddy didn't give, right? This is a whole thing. Because once you start on this journey, you begin to understand that when you don't deal with traumas, when you don't deal with the darker sides of your character, it just sits and it stores, right? First of all, the trauma sits in the body and can manifest as disease or self-sabotage, where you're like, actually, if you don't actually get sick, you're abusing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or the shadow work, uh, like I said, you don't go deep enough. And so like you figured, okay, so I got daddy issues and blah, 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 blah. And so you're not realizing that that shit is staying stuck in your body and that it causes blockages in other places. You know what I'm saying? So now you've been looking for the love for dad, you know what I'm saying, through doing all these other activities, right? Not really, that leads to coping skills. Now, what are your coping skills? So now every time you have a problem, whether it has anything to do with daddy not being there or not, What are your coping skills? Your coping skills are the fact that you go out and you fucking get fucked up and you really don't deal with the problem. Problems just pile on top of each other because now you're out here drinking to cope and not actually fixing any damn thing. Right? So, I mean, listen, I can go on and give 1,001 examples, right? But what I recommend is either you get with me, okay? That's my first recommendation. My first recommendation is that you get with me and we go through a step-by-step process according to how you work, what works for you, right? Because I am a coach. So everything is tailored for you, by you, okay? Or you simply get out here and do the research, you know what I'm saying? And you can go down that rabbit hole, get you some different books, you know, whatever you're drawn to, and start doing the work. But we have to start doing the work. And this leads to so many different things, whether it's opening your life up to greater possibilities, whether it's opening your life up to love, solutions, peace. You know, we do not understand how many blockages we create, how many limited beliefs that we put on ourselves, how much we limit our lives by not doing the inner work. I swear. It's one of those things where I could talk you to death all day long, but until you actually go on the journey, you'll never get it. You won't get it. Period. Somebody could tell you all day long, but you won't get it. You have to go through the journey, and this journey leads you to being more harmonious with people, number one. Okay? Because as you go through this journey, you start to have compassion for other people because you realize how hard this fucking work is. Okay? And then it brings upon more respect because you respect the spiritual people who walked this path and done the work. You respect your elders, even if they haven't done the work. You know what I'm saying? Just for the time that they've spent being a human, okay? And knowing how this shit ain't easy, right? So it just opens your life up to so much more, to so much more. You're on the process of welcoming bliss, of welcoming in not just unconditional love, but divine love. Who the fuck don't want that? Who don't want bliss? It is not an easy journey. And if anybody tells you that it is not. Many have almost died. Okay. Many have almost died on this journey of doing the shadow work because it goes that deep. It goes that deep. And many of us have had some real deep ass traumas. You know what I'm saying? It's not for the faint-hearted and it's not for the weak, but my promise to you is the other side of that, it'll be over. You know what I mean? It'll be over. The more and more you go climb up that ladder, the easier life becomes, the easier it is to deal with what we call challenges, problems, and failures. Life becomes easier. Life becomes more harmonious. It really does. You gain a completely different level of appreciation and gratitude. That is my promise to you. I could just keep on going. Y'all know me. I can keep on going. Okay. But again, if ain't nobody told you today, I'm telling you, I love you. I love you. Okay. Peace to the gods. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, check out youthrivecoaching.com or hit me up on the email ap@youthrivecoaching.com. Okay. You guys are loved and we will chat soon.